calling it viable as a whore. That's not my issue. Your little crit puss has interest on my values little whore. It's not supposed to call that my issue that your little crit pussy has interest on my values little whore. Because it's not supposed to keep claiming that some little whore stood at the end of my life as a whore. And it's not supposed to call that my issue that your little gooch has interest on my values little whore because you have a little pussy or whore that seems to incessantly compete with that as a whore. It's not because you keep claiming if some little whore keeps telling me something time and time again, like that would be a viable thing time. As they keep calling that a thing as a whore, like that would be a viable thing time and time again as a little whore. Like their gooch would be viable as a whore. That yet again, that would be a viable thing as a Lockabonder little whore. It's not because you keep giving my life some other values of whore. It's not because you call that my issue that you hate me because you're a Lockabonder little pussy or whore that doesn't or didn't. It's not because you keep claiming that's what it's about the whore. How some little. It's not because you call that my issue that your little crit puss wants to have an opinion on my validity time and time again as a whore. Because you have a... It's not because you claimed if you can have an opinion on my values as a whore, that your little gooch or whore was good or viable as a whore. Anybody can have an opinion on somebody's values as a whore. That's not my issue. That was your main interest as a whore. Because you're a wide mouth. It's not because you're calling me the issue little whore. That you're a wide mouth. Like a boundary little whore. That has interest on my... It's not because you keep claiming that you're a wide mouth little hurt pussy because you have that wide mouth little whore because you're a wide mouth little whore. That's not my issue. You have an issue with me as a whore because you're a wide mouth little boundary puss or whore because you're a little whore that seems to incessantly compete with me as a whore. It's not about how I respect some wide mouth little whore that doesn't grasp their place. It's not because you keep calling me if your fat little hurt pussy kept calling something viable as a fat little whore. That would have been a viable thing. It's not because you're calling that my issue. That's not my issue. You liked outdoing me as a whore because you have a fat little pussy or whore that seems to incessantly compete with me as a fat little whore. It's not because you keep claiming if your little gooch had an opinion on my values little whore that your little crit pussy or whore was good or viable to that in waste your pussy. It's not because you're calling that my issue that you have a little crit puss because you're a little whore that seems to incessantly compete with me as a whore. So you have... It's not because you keep claiming, because you keep claiming it's the fault of little gooch. Like that would be a thing as a whore. If you kept calling yourself viable to be about as a whore, but that would have been... It's not because you keep calling your little pussy, like that would be a thing as a whore, good or viable to have as a whore, and then keep claiming that if you claim that as a whore, that would have been a viable thing for some lack of little puss. That's how my issue. That's your main interest as a whore. Is yet again you would act like that would be a viable thing. A whore did. That's how my issue. You had an issue with me. It's not because you're just making up something about my life as a whore and calling that a viable thing. It's not because you keep claiming if you're routing my son stabbed at the end of my life and just. It's not because you keep calling your gooch or whore viable to my life in ways your pussy wasn't whore. It's not because you call that my issue. Did you get upset about things that your puss didn't grasp its place as a whore? And yet again, Clapper said that would be a viable thing as a